Alrighty, so we are going to now continue where we left off. We're going to pick up where we left off, and we're going to start adding some activities. So you're actually going to start creating your course now. So what we're going to do is turn editing on. And remember, this is your forum. So if you want to rename this, so first let me show you how to rename it. You click on this pencil right here, and we'll name this, I'm just going to name it after the course creative community. And then you just hit enter, and it'll change the name. And now for topic 1. So what are we going to teach here? So this is the very first thing in our topics. 1 second. Okay. So this one right here, we always need to start with a welcome message. So we'll type welcome and hit enter. And now let's add an activity or a resource. This is our starred from the last exercise. So we'll go to activities, and I'm sorry, go to resources. So these are the different resources that you can put in to display your content. So for example, if you're only going to do video and that is it, then you'll select a file. So we'll select a file here. And all this is just for demonstration purposes, right? So, and we'll name it welcome. And course creative. And I have a video right here that I will use. So I'm just going to drag and drop it in. You can see it uploading. We can go ahead and keep moving on. So we click on appearance. There's nothing to do here for appearance. We go to common module setting. We want to show on course page. Include in course content download. So if you want them to be able to download this content, then you'll click yes. If you do not, then click no. The restrict access. This is where you can actually add restrictions. Now, I go through several videos on this in another section, but so we won't cover this at this current point. Activity completion. You can leave it where the students can mark the activity is completed. What I always do is show activity is completed when conditions are met, and student must view this activity to complete it. Now you can set an expected completion date on. And if you want to put tags in here, for example, so we'll just put a tag, welcome message. There we go. And the course competencies, we don't have anything to add for this. Upon activity completion, you can just put complete the competency or do nothing. There's no need for the attach evidence or send for review. You can do these two things. It just depends on, once again, it's totally dependent on what you're really teaching. So I'm going to leave it as do nothing. Send content changes notification. Once again, if the content changes, then you'll get an email if you check this box. So we'll just save and display. And there we go. This is our welcome message video. And as you can see here, you can go back to the previous. Now, let's go back to our page. And as you can see here, there is the file. If we click off, turn editing off, you'll be able to go here. You can click in here and you can see it. This is exactly what your students will see when they come to it. And they'll also have the table of contents right here. Very cool. Up here is, once again, just your course management. So if you need to turn, if you needed to edit this section, you would come here and you would click Edit Course Settings. Oops, sorry. Let me go back. I'm going to turn editing on, and we'll see this. This is the page right here, and we'll do Edit Settings. And now we can come in and we can edit anything that we need to edit in here. You want to add an image to your description. Once again, I didn't go over this, but if you check this box right here, it'll display whatever you put in here will display. So let me just add an image. I'm just going to add the image of the file. You got to put a description in. And we're going to change the ratio. Let's do it 500. Let it auto size. And we'll save the image. Save it. And now, where I have this box checked, we go back and save and display. I'm sorry, save and return to course. It'll show it on the main course page now. So, which is very cool. Now you don't have to do this. Once again, if you, just wanted to list out each section, you can do that as well. So we'll go back in, edit the settings, and we'll just turn this off. Now we'll save and return to course. And we'll turn our editing off. We'll go back into it. See? Now you have your image right here. And you can center the image or whatever you need to do. I just didn't take the moment to center it. And that's it. I mean, it's extremely simple. Oops. Let me go back to X out of this. And brings us back to our canvas right here for course creation. So the next activity we're going to look at, so we need to turn editing on. We're going to add a second section. We're going to do add activity. We'll click that. And this time we will use a page. So if you look in the video or below this video from the actual Course Creative Instructionals page, right below this video, there's a link for when to use a page versus when to use a file. So we just use a file. Now we're going to use a page. And for the most part, pages give you way more control over your content. And once again, go to that link, read it. It explains it all in detail, very thoroughly. So no need to recreate the part here. So I'm just going to do the same exact thing though. We're just going to do welcome message again. So once again, if you want that to display out on the course itself where the students can view it, you'll click display page, description of course page. If not, just leave that box unchecked. And now the content. So we're going to upload another video. And this is probably a good point just to say, if you have you're using Vimeo, YouTube, Amazon S3, any of those, this is where you'll paste the link in. Right now, I'm just using the regular Moodle repository, which is housed at Amazon S3. So it's totally your choice to use. Just depends on how much control you want over your content. If you want complete control, then use one of the external resources. So we'll browse this right here. Let's look and see if we have. So there's our recent file that we use. We're just going to use the same file and select this file and insert media. Now the difference is, it already did it. Usually it shows where when you're uploading content, let me try it one more. Let me try something else.
You burn.
This is an important piece. So we're going to do video again. We'll browse the repository. We're going to upload the same. Let me find a file that's short. There is a difference between using file and pages. If you remember when we did it on the file, it showed that progress bar going across. So what can I use here? We'll try this one again. I'm not sure. It may make me rename it. But as you can see, this is the part I wanted you to see. It's uploading now. So it's just spinning it. So it does not provide a progress bar when you're using a page. It's just spinning. As long as it's spinning, that means it's working. When it stops spinning, that means you need to try again. I have never witnessed, except for when we changed servers a long time ago, we had issues because there's a server configuration. Other than that, I've never seen this thing ever not work. So once again, depending on your file size, you need to be, understandable what size of the file you're uploading. And just, you have to wait for this to complete. The reason why there's no progress bar is because there's a lot of things that are dependent on the file picker, and the code just does not work. That's pretty much what it is. We had the code in there and backed it out just because it was breaking other things. So as I said, it was going to make me rename it because I already had that file in there, but that's okay. I was able to demonstrate what I wanted to demonstrate for you. So we'll rename it. Now we'll display options right here. There's already a default display option of, I believe it's 1028 by 620 or 640. So I don't think there's any reason why you need to change that. Here's your advanced settings. So you can have it muted, you can run it in a loop, and subtitles and captions. If you have that, you can upload subtitles, which is very cool. Captions, etc. Chapters, metadata about it. So once again, very powerful set of just this right here is powerful because now you can have your courses for people that are hearing impaired that normally wouldn't be able to take the courses. Now you can. So we'll do the insert media. This is all the languages that are installed for the So whenever you do the subtitle, you can actually choose the language that you want it translated in. Once again, really powerful stuff. So we'll leave it in English because I don't know any other language. I know Spanish, but been too many years. All right, so we'll insert media, and this is the way your video looks. Now, regarding the size of it, the 10, once again, I believe it's 1024 or 1028 by 640 or 620, whatever it was. This went through a lot of testing, and this was the ideal size when you're using it on mobile, tablet, and a PC for your students. So I don't recommend changing those settings, but you can experiment with it. So coming back to it, this is where the page is more has more ability than the file. So in the appearance, if you want to display the page description, you can. If you want to display the last modified date, you can. Showing course page, there's no reason to change any of this except for if you want to be included in downloadable content. Restrict access. Once again, we go through this in another video. Very powerful piece. I think there's actually 3 videos on that. So now we'll mark this, we'll put when conditions are met. I don't have a date for them to complete it by, but if you do, like for example, if you're doing drip content and you need it to be completed by a certain date, then you can do that. You can set that. Tags. I don't have, once again, I went through and showed you how you just type your tag in and select enter. Right here. And competencies. There's nothing to select in here as of yet. And send content change notification. So we'll just save and display. We'll be able to see what it looks like. There it is. So that is what we can turn editing of the video off. And this is what your student will see. Very clean. And to get back to the course page, we'll just click on this X right here. And it brings us back. Now, once again, we have where we can edit the topic. We need to turn editing on. We can edit the name of the topic. And we'll just call it, I guess I just should have left it topic 2. So do that topic 2 and enter. So let's get to some more activities here. And once again, I highly suggest you go click on the link below the video and read when to use pages versus files. So now when we go to all, so this shows all the activities that we have available. Another one that you will be using, which is the one most people are most excited about, are these 2 right here, H5P and SCORM. These are the 2 that separates us from everybody else. And now I'm shooting a video for H5P. So I'm just going to show you how to add it, but I'm probably going to overstep that video. So let me just do this. Once again, you have H5P here, you have SCORM here, because there's a separate video for SCORM too. So H5P, want to know what it's about? You click that I. So you remember to click the I. And it brings you right here. It explains exactly what it is. And if you need even more detailed instructions, you'll click more help. And it'll bring you out to here. Now there's way more help when regarding H5P, but that'll come in the H5P module. or video. Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things at the same time, so I'm kind of stumbling over my words here, but we'll get through it. So we'll back out of this, but if you want to add H5P, just click add. And here it is. Now it loads, and as you can see here, let me scroll down on the page. Now you've got all this stuff, and you can create quizzes and everything else. I'm not going to go into it. I keep saying I'm not going to, and I keep going into it. So let me cancel out. And okay, so let's look at some more activities and resources here. And I get there's a ton of them. You know, we have it broken down by activities and resources. So let's go to IMS content package just as an example, and we'll read it. So these are packages that you can do as a zip file. So there's a lot of just awesome things here. One thing about the backend that supports our site, which is Moodle, they've been in this business for over 20 years. And this whole thing was built by educators, not marketers. So that's why you have the latest and greatest tools, because they actually teach at universities and schools every single day, and they need to be able to keep students' attention. There's going to be other activities that we're going to add here shortly after the launch, but I think these right here will keep you busy. So once again, go through each one of these and just click on the eye, take your time and read through these, and that way you'll, you can add sub courses, which is awesome for bundling. I mean, there's so many things that you can do in here. Surveys, you can add workshops, just so much. So we'll go back to all. So once again, I believe I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I think you get the gist of how everything works. Once again, I can't stress enough to click on the link when you're done watching this video, when you use pages versus files. And that way you get a really good understanding. Because once again, there's also, you can use books, URLs. So there's a lot that you can do with this. It's literally limitless, the kind of content that you have the ability to make now. It's crazy. And I'm super excited. I can't wait to get to have people to present me their courses. That way I can look at them and celebrate with them. And it's just an exciting experience for everybody involved. So, all right. So I'll get off my bucket and stop preaching, and I will end this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. So talk to you soon.